Mabu, hi, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. My channel is about marriage to a woman from the Philippines. I got married in 2015. I like to do videos to help us with our relationships. This article I want to talk about and share with you from Psychology Today. Mark Travers talks about several questions for couples to check in with one another. So I'm going to consider it, 3 maintenance questions for your marriage. If you're looking to be married to a woman from the Philippines, or even if you're in a dating relationship where you are actually together, these are some questions you want to think about from time to time. Leave a comment here and please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea. The first one mentioned here is, did you feel supported and appreciated in the past month? And he says, keeping up a constant stream of support for your partner's personal and professional goals, as well as challenges, can serve to cultivate a loving environment. A 2023 study published in Current Opinion in Psychology shows that feeling understood and appreciated by a romantic partner can promote positive cycles within the relationship and boost connection. Appreciation further helps in buffering against negative experiences. So when you ask, do you feel supported and appreciated in the past month? That's a good question. The month can go by to me in like 2 hours, and it's another month later. I just don't know where the time goes, and it's easy to lose track of that and realize you haven't really talked to your spouse about, if they feel supported and appreciated in the past month. And you do this often so that you don't rest on your laurels and get lazy and stop doing the things that you need to cultivate a good relationship. So this is a good idea, nothing but a good idea, to ask your girlfriend, especially your wife, do you feel supported and appreciated in the past month? Because if it's your wife, you can't leave each other. You have to take the answers to these questions that hopefully you get, take them seriously, and work on them month after month after month. No resting on laurels. Now, if it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, they don't have any obligation to be together. But if you're married, then I'm just saying it's more serious to take this seriously, because, if you make your partner feel unsupported or unappreciated, unimportant, invisible, whatever, that just opens the door to a lot of other problems when they feel treated like that. The second thing here that he lists in the article for questions for couples to check in with one another is this one. Have there been any challenges or conflicts that we haven't fully resolved? Boy, that's a loaded one and a good one. Have there been any challenges or conflicts that we haven't fully resolved? Now, I will say first that, challenges can lead to conflicts, but there can be times where, it doesn't, and then people just, are selfish and they, have these conflicts. In marriage, you got to decide what's best for the unit, the husband and the wife. And you should never assume that you covered it. You might have covered something and made a declaration or a statement that this is how it's going to be, and then feel in your mind as a man that, well, I took care of that. That resolved that. It's over. Well, your wife may not feel that way, for sure. And so you do have to, again, make sure that is everything okay. Don't ever assume it's been fully resolved until the other person tells you, yes, it took a while to get to this point, but now that we understand each other, I think we'll be okay now. But don't just assume that something has been fixed, because it might not be. And he says here, arguments or topics of discontentment are often brushed under the rug to avoid dealing with them. These issues can bubble beneath the surface, festering and spreading until they turn into inescapable emergencies. Periodically checking in with your partner about conflicts or upsetting incidents that might be weighing heavily on your partner's mind can nip problems in the bud before they bloom. A 2022 study published in Current Issues in Personality Psychology finds that Dialogue acts as a constructive way of resolving conflicts. And I need to resolve my conflict of having a bad mouse because it just skipped away. And so we're going to go to step 3 here. Once it starts sliding away, I can't get it back. So number 3, is there anything you'd like to see more or less of in our relationship? Well, that's another good question. Anything you'd like to see more or less of in our relationship? And encourage open, honest comments. And that conflict can be good. You get your state, your things. Well, I'd like to do more of this, really like that, or, this kind of bothers me. Can we kind of not do this so much, or whatever has to be talked about, and we'll let her talk about, whatever she feels she'd like to see more of or less of. It might be more dating on her part. Maybe it's less serious talk. Maybe it's more travel. I don't know, maybe it's more staying at home. But you want to be careful not to force what you think is an exciting way to live on somebody that just may never feel that way. So always, it goes both ways. Great questions here, capped off by, is there anything you'd like to see more or less of in our relationship? So keep those in mind. Leave any comments here. No matter if it's looking for a woman from the Philippines or anywhere else. And I think even if you've been married for, 10 years or more, that still you should be asking these questions of your partner. So if you like videos like this where I talk about marriage and relationships, please subscribe here to Love Beyond the Sea.